Hello, good people interested in Postgres and especially monitoring Postgres. My name is Kaarel and I'm the author of a Postgres monitoring tool called PGWatch2. And as this tool is actually approaching quite a milestone, 1000 stars on GitHub, I thought it would be nice to put together like a small mini series of short presentations talking about the tool. What is it? What does it do? And maybe also to show some advanced configuration tips and such. So a couple of words about the company Cybertech also, who's mainly behind this tool. So we're one of the oldest Postgres monitoring Postgres support companies, and we do everything around Postgres, of course. And in recent years also, so we've moved a bit towards data science a bit, and we've got quite some offices around the world. I'm actually reporting from the Estonian one. This is our topic list for today. Quite some items. So let's just continue. So PGWatch in short, I'm not gonna go through all the bullet points, but in short, it's an open source monitoring tools out there for 4 years already in production use at Cybertech, mainly developed by us also, but it is an open source project. So of course we accept pull requests, and there are around a dozen external committers also. And it's become one of the more popular ones, yeah. So to our surprise, so it was initially developed more for our internal needs, and especially for this throwaway use case, for example, where you as a consultant go to a customer and you want to quickly set up some monitoring, and then at the end of the day maybe throw it away. So it needs to be really simple. It needs to provide you everything that is mostly needed. And yeah, there are some good design principles behind this tool. We perfectly knew that there are a lot of tools available. If you go to the Postgres wiki, so that there's a healthy list there. It will take some weeks to try out all of those, but of course there were some things that were missing. Well, mostly they were basically too complex and too invasive to set up and too limiting. So especially in the user interface sense, so everything was fixed. So you could not change the look of things easily. And so in that sense, yeah, we decided to actually solve it a bit differently. So just to not to even to deal with this stuff and outsource it to this Grafana dashboarding engine. And yeah, if you want more background, so there are some links to the original introductory blog post, so where we really describe what should this tool solve. But in general, yeah, the general idea is that out of the box, it should provide you with the most important metrics, and it should also highlight those, so help you really with troubleshooting while being extremely simple to set up, fluid, so you can really change the metrics and the intervals on the go, everything applied automatically. You can deploy it in various ways by using various storage engines. And yeah, so it's designed to be quite dynamic. So here's the unique selling points, although it's free, yeah. Well, basically, the tool covers everything, all the Postgres metrics out of the box, and for all even remotely modern Postgres versions, starting from 9.0, we get metrics. And to look at those metrics or to highlight some problems, we also provide around 30 ready-made Grafana dashboards. In case of the Postgres storage, at least. So with InfluxDB storage, there are some less, so maybe 25. Because the query language is, of course, is quite rudimentary in InfluxDB case. And the main feature would be, of course, also performance. It's very lightweight, written in Go, the metrics collector, so it can monitor literally thousands of databases on like a $20 hardware. Yeah. And it also has like a small extension system built in to provide some metrics that Postgres cannot help you with. For example, Postgres does not know anything about operating system level. And so if you want to be like an all-inclusive monitoring system, we also need some kind of operating system metrics. So there's a framework for that using Python store procedures. It's of course cloud ready. We've got Docker images, some sample configurations for Kubernetes and the like. And to make configuration easier, we also have like a basic web UI that you can use, or you don't have to, of course. So you can just edit the config files, or if you use if you will store your config in a database, you can build your own GUI or just do some inserts directly in the database. So your choice. And of course, you can configure security also. So it's not, security is not, and should not be an afterthought nowadays. So yeah, you can secure all the connections and the passwords and the admin users and the like. And yeah, over the time also, so quite some advanced features that not everybody maybe needs have found their way into the code base. So yeah, support for some connection poolers is there. The most popular connection poolers close to the Postgres project, pgwatch, pgwatch2. So we can parse actually the Postgres server log for event counts. So we don't store contents, just the error count over last 5 minutes, or fatal error count or something like that. So we can directly, if you're using the push deployment model, so and you have the agent directly on the Postgres server, you can extract the operating system metrics easily, bypassing Postgres, those helper functions, for example. So we've got good support for Patroni. Patroni is like a very popular high availability manager that's quite also fluid, basically. So the nodes are coming and going, and so PGWatch can track this consensus store and read out the current inventory basically, and monitor all of them or only a subset of those, however you like. And then there are of course some performance crutches and presets if you happen to use some kind of managed cloud service like Amazon relational database service. And yeah, I mentioned already the deployment options a bit. So basically, it's you can choose between pull or push. Pull meaning we have like a central agent somewhere, a central configuration. So this can be in a file also. And then we just go through all the databases remotely and fetch the metrics and store them in some time series database. And well, the options are limited, of course, too. And the push model then means that we have the agent running on the server, on the database server. And this has the big benefit that we can securely, mostly, we can use the super user account here. So meaning we don't need some of those helper functions, those wrapper functions to escalate privileges, for example. And then yeah, so we just push the metrics into some storage again. And the common denominator for both deployment models is of course Grafana, where we have those preset dashboards, and your normal users or developers, DBAs, will mostly be just looking at the metrics. They won't be too much interested in this stuff. So this is a high-level overview of how PGWatch2 operates, and now the only thing now left is to really launch it. And here we go the quick route by using like one of the Docker images that the project provides, and with Postgres storage in this case. So this is of course also this quick how-to is also visible on the GitHub page and in the official documentation. So under the Docker section, install using Docker. So there's a custom option also, of course. So if you really want to tune and run without Docker. And when we launch this command, I have it, or I've done it in the background, and I've also added some artificial pgbench load also to make the graphs look a bit better, not just like flat. So yeah, okay. After launching this command, so the only thing left to do is to add some databases to monitoring. So I've so localhost, we were using port 8080 for this administrative user interface. So I've here already, inserted my server address. So I'm monitoring actually the same Docker database running inside the Docker container, and in the full preset, meaning pretty much take all metrics that Postgres has to offer, and then I just click new, and after some minutes you can then start looking at metrics. Yeah. So localhost 3000, we have Grafana running there, and we'll be greeted by this health check dashboard. So, and this highlights some most important metrics, and pretty much everything is green here where we have information. And so probably everything is good with our dummy database. And there are some thresholds also actually built in. So if you want to change something, for example, so I think by default, if this shared buffer hit percentage falls below 90, it will go yellow. Below 75, it will go red. And if you want to change this type of stuff, of course you need to log in. So the default login is admin, and the password is pgwatch2 admin without spaces. pgwatch2 admin. Save. Yeah, sorry about the train. My office is next door. So and yeah, then there are those 30 dashboards that I mentioned already. So one of the most popular ones for a general overview is this TB overview. So, this is something that you would have on a big screen somewhere in a corner, just to monitor your most important databases. So to look at like some main performance data. So yeah, so this was the quick introduction. Here also, so there's we can see the white or the light Grafana theme in action. So yeah, Grafana is actually stock Grafana, so you can you can turn on the light theme. So some dashboards look even better with this theme. So that was the quick start, and now a couple of words about the project status and the future also. So basically, as I mentioned, it's stable, it works pretty well. There are time to time, of course, there are some issues. So so we try to answer the GitHub issues, as well as we can. But we do offer also some commercial support, more professional support for our Postgres support customers. But if you don't want to, of course, get that, you can only you can hire us also for PGWatch only support on pgwatch.com. And of course, we have got some plans for the future. The project is by far not perfect. And basically, it's along the lines of simplification, unification to make it easier, and to refactor the code, to create some more tests. Right now, there are only some high-level smoke tests, pretty much. some nicer dashboards for the upcoming Grafana version and such. So definitely I would like to encourage you here to participate, ask questions, maybe propose some nice features, report bugs. So it's on GitHub out there. So thank you for listening, and I hope to see you in my next mini video soon. Bye bye.